Paradox Interactive alongside Colossal Order has just released another City Skylines DLC called Financial Districts. You are looking at the 72 new growable office buildings that unlock when you reach the big town milestone, unlocking at the same time as the other high density style buildings. My name is Toadie, and I am not only here to show you everything that exists in this update, but how to do the cheese with the buying and the selling and the buy, sell, low, high. We will go through the different ways that you can get into investing now in City Skylines, but first, let's take a look at the other buildings that you can plop with the new Financial Districts DLC. First, we have the stock exchange, and you can see like the little ticker boards on the front of it. This will likely be the first building that you put down from this DLC. The next 4 buildings are for entertainment and beauty in your city. We've got the bronze cow, the bronze panda, the elevated plaza, and the underground garden plaza. I'm always keen for new parks, new unique buildings, new things to make my vanilla cities pretty. These are fantastic, and we also have the international trade building. And while this building looks great, it also offers the feature of having any financial district office buildings pay higher taxes when they are built closer to this building. There are also these 3 banks. They are called the small bank, large bank, and skyscraper bank, and respectively they require a stock exchange level of 2, 3, and 4. So let's show you 3 ways you can make that happen. Let's use this map that I brought up to Megalopolis in completely vanilla. Let's take Iamon Borough here and turn it into the financial office buildings style. So as Iamon Borough zones in with the new financial district buildings, let's scooch up this way just to an area that we have a little bit more open space, and we go to the unique buildings tab, and it's now the first tab of financial buildings, and the only one available first is the stock exchange. I'm going to put this guy right here so we can take a look at it. Everybody's happy. And look at the cool little tickers. Now we can either click the stock exchange and press manage investments, or you can go to the economy tab and you have a new tab over here called investments. Remember the thumbnail of the video where it says Noob, Pro, Chaos? Well, those kind of fit what we're about to do. I imagine how most people will play this stock exchange is what I'm going to call the noob way, but really it's just the way, the casual way. I suspect that you are going to maybe pause the game when you see something has a change rate of a minus value. Buy as many as you're comfortable with. I have over $8 million right now, so why wouldn't I just buy the maximum and then let the game play a little bit? I'm gonna wait and go play a little bit of the rest of the game. Like, oh, maybe I come over here and I put down a rock or 2 in the center of this roundabout to try to make it look a little bit prettier, right? And then going to go back to my stock exchange. I'm gonna give a wee pause just so I can take a better look. Oh, hey, this is minus 5%. Let's buy $500,000 worth of them. Then I'm gonna come down here to Terra Amusement Park and notice that, oh boy, there really are no trees livening this place up. So I'm gonna grab some trees and I'm just gonna cheat with Move It because I've got Move It installed now where I didn't before. And I'm just gonna get some trees happening in here. Wow, this is so pretty. I'm spending time playing the game, spending time playing the game. Open this back up and I see a couple things happening now. There's a few that we could buy. That's a pretty small percentage to be down by, but hey, I might as well purchase $4 billion worth of it. However, now I could sell these and gain a whopping $18,000. That's not very much, so I'm actually gonna wait. I've just been over here working on another interchange and I just happened to glance at my investments and whoo boy, Chirp Air has a gain value of $461,000. So why don't I just sell all of it? Can you see where I'm going with this, gang? This is how I see the majority of people, like probably myself, using this investments tab. Is I'm just going to be checking it occasionally. If I see something on the left at a like pretty strong minus percentage in the change rate, I'll buy as much of it as is reasonable. And then if I see something on the right at a pretty phenomenal gain money value, I'm going to sell as much of it as I feel is reasonable. Now let's go into the pro version of the stock market exchange. For this example, we are going to focus on this healthcare service fund. The value is currently at 700 simoleons. And that graph, you can see it's a pretty straight line, right? But if you know as much as I do about this stock market, you know you want to buy low. But how can we help this go low? Well, we can go to our budget tab and we can bring that healthcare budget way down and we can let the game run a little bit. Then we come back over here and we wait for this to crash. I'm gonna pause there. Look at that beautiful graph. We started up on the left and now we're down at the bottom right. And so I think now is a good time at value of 601 to buy a large amount of healthcare service funds for under $1 million. Point of interest. Take a look at the death care service fund and how it has gone up over the last little while. So now that we have purchased all of our funds, let's go back to our budget and let's put this up and get our city back to a good living situation. We may have let a few Sims hang out to dry there with removing the funding for healthcare, but what are these plebs living in this city when we are worried about our pockets? Opening back up the economy tab and taking a look at the healthcare service fund that we purchased, it's immediately gone right back up. And we could make an easy 600,000 almost simoleons if we sold it right now. Do this a couple times and you're golden. Another point of interest, look at this death care service fund. Its value has dropped since we did our little switcheroo. So why don't we buy the death care now with the money that we just made from the healthcare? Why don't we then put our budget for healthcare way back down to the bottom and watch these two funds balance out the way that we want them to once more. And a little while later, would you look at that, our healthcare service fund value is back down in the 600s from the 1200 that we had sold it at. So let's go ahead and buy all of it. And we made a tidy 145,000 simoleon profit on the death care funds. Might as well sell those off too. Then go back to our budget. And you guessed it, we'll bring it up to maximum this time and really see how much we can gain on this healthcare service fund. Look at it, immediately skyrocketing. I think that works for the demonstration. That, my friends, is how a professional buy, sell person makes money with the lives of their citizens on the stock market. Looking back at the thumbnail and referencing the chaos mode engaged, I've got 10 million simoleons to work with. This is how I would be playing the stock market if I was just having the time of my life. Anytime I saw a negative over here, I would buy. 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 It's negative, I'm taking it. And when I'm referencing the negative, I mean these orange numbers here. Now I've only got $4,000. Good. Can I get a gain of over $100,000 anywhere? I've just got the game going on speed 3, waiting for these. Here we go. That's a gain. Let's go. Buy those. Basically, anytime I see a green over here, I'm selling everything. And anytime I see a orange over here, I'm buying everything. With all that buying and selling, our stock market must have been ready to level up, yes. In order to get to the next levels, you just need to get a certain amount of money gained through your buying and selling of stocks. We've reached the requirement for level 2, so let's upgrade. And that allows us to place the bronze cow, bronze panda, and small bank. So let's look at those. The bronze cow and bronze panda are in the unique building section, and they're just wee little things. So I'm going to put one on either side of our stock market here, and we can take a look at them. And they just function as unique buildings that provide entertainment. The banks are in what used to just be the police tab. It is now police department and banks. It's now the second tab here. And we have a small bank. A small bank for the financial needs of a small commercial area comes with a small fleet of cash transport vans that collect money and reduce the crime rate in commercial zone buildings. So you can see its area of effect here with the blue. I'm going to put it down over in this area where we've got a little bit more commercial happening. Let's put it right here. And then you can see anything that is a commercial kind of in this area will have a reduced crime rate, which will help our police. Back to the stock exchange, we can now also upgrade to level 3. So let's do so. That unlocks the large bank and the elevated plaza. Let's put that plaza down. It's another visual building. I think it looks really cool. And since we upgraded the stock exchange, it visually upgraded as well. We've got another bank that we can put down, and you can put down more than one of each one of these banks, which I think is fantastic. Let's put this large bank over this way. This is a little bit of a like commercial focused zone as well. And you can see its area of effect is much larger. Time to upgrade our stock exchange to level 4. Again, visually changes. We get the underground garden plaza and the skyscraper bank. The underground plaza is probably my favorite of the plazas because you can actually like see into the little underground bits. That's so cool to me. And that also unlocks this skyscraper bank, which has an enormous area of effect. Let's put it down over here. It can help out all of these commercial buildings. And if we take a look, here is the cash transport van that comes with it. So let's follow this guy as he goes around our city collecting cash. All right, we have almost mastered the Financial Districts DLC, but we have one more upgrade to do to our stock exchange. Now let's move it over here so maybe we can see it, the front of it a little bit better. It looks wild already, but we can reach level 5, so let's do so. And that of course unlocked our international trade building. So let's look at this. Personally, it's not the style of building that I love the most, but I can see it being very appealing. And that unlocked our final unique building, which is the international trade building. And so we know already this will bring in more tax revenue for financial district office buildings that are near it. We have them only in Iamon Borough. So let's put this down over here. Gonna move that school and then tuck this in here. Look at it. It's a very tall building, and we can just take a look at all of these. You can see these office buildings, right, that have zoned in with the new financial district zone. You know, watching them at the beginning of the video was one thing, like one by one, but having them actually zoned into a district gives me personally a whole different view on them. I like them a lot more now, having seen them actually in and alongside other buildings. What a fantastic looking DLC. That is everything that you need to know to get started with the Financial Districts DLC that was released today. What style do you think you'll be using for buying and selling on the stock exchange? I will probably go with the quote noob style, where I just lackadaisically check it every now and then. But I think the smarter move is to manipulate the budget screen and the investment screen together like a pro. Give the video a thumbs up if you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel for more City Skylines updates, of course. Speaking of updates, there was also a recent update in November that gave us new roads and vehicles, the Heart of Korea Content Creator Pack, and the Skyscrapers Content Creator Pack. If you want to learn more about what was included in that update, click the video on screen. Gang, I will catch you next time.